in our first reading this morning just goes to show that there isn't any topic about life that you won't find in sacred scripture, even talking about underwear. And, perhaps from this parable, good Jewish mothers would tell her children, make sure you always have clean underwear, just like mothers do to this very day. But the point of that parable, how that linen loincloth that God tells Jeremiah to purchase, wear for a time, and then lay it in between the crevices of rocks until it was good for nothing. It was rotted. He compares that loincloth to his own people because they weren't listening and hadn't been listening to his word. Rather, they would look to others, to kings and foreign countries and gods that were not their own. And so God is upset with them. And, eventually they would pay, but he would never forget them. He would discipline them, but never forget them. And he won't forget you and me either. Jesus is, today in the Gospel of Matthew, we hear once again about those parables of the mustard seed, the tiniest of all the seeds, and also the leaven that's mixed with 3 measures of wheat flour, and how it affects, it affects the dough that it raises, and the mustard seed, the tiniest of seeds. Jesus says, if we have the faith the size of a mustard seed, we can say to this mulberry bush, this mulberry tree, be uprooted and planted into the sea, and it will obey us. Do we believe that that can happen, though? That's the thing. And it is our faith. It's our trust in God that, what we ask for, especially in need, that God will grant to us. And I hope and pray and believe that that's why you're here this morning, not only to just hear God's living word, but to be a part of it. Something I didn't know about mustard seed, that when you take it in your fingers and you start to rub it, it begins to burn. It's almost as though in ancient times they thought that the fire was within the seed. And, of course, mustard is hot. And that was the kind of thing that you could rub it, and it affected the things around it. You and I are called to affect the people around us as well, with the fire of God's love, with our faith in him and his power to change the things that they can be more like Christ. And so we come today and thank the Lord for just that thing. And make sure that we have clean underwear always.